In this video, I'm going to explain exactly how you can master your e-commerce email campaign strategy so your customers stay for longer, buy more times, and spend more with you on every single purchase. Let's jump in. So I'm going to reveal the exact bulletproof campaign strategy that you can use to drive consistent sales every single month for your brand. So why should you implement this training? Well, if you do implement the strategies that I teach you over the next 15 minutes, you'll increase your average order value, you'll increase your repeat buyers, you'll reduce the time it takes for your customers to repurchase, and most importantly, you'll turn your email list into a highly profitable and engaged channel you can rely on for frequent and consistent sales. Now, what does this doc include? Well, I'm going to explain the two types of email campaigns that you need to be sending, how to build and structure your monthly email campaign calendar, how to segment your list to hyper-personalize your campaigns. I'm going to show you 60 email campaign ideas with examples, and most importantly, how to A/B test your campaigns so you can find and repurpose proven winners in all other areas of your email marketing. Why listen to me? Well, in the past 2 years, our team has worked with over 20 e-commerce brands worldwide, turning their email and SMS marketing from a chore on their to-do list into automated revenue generating machines. We've generated over 3 mil for our clients in the past 12 months alone, which means plenty of long days and hours spent inside of Klaviyo accounts. So you could say we've picked up a thing or two when it comes to increasing client account revenue. So let's talk about it. Are campaigns even important? Well, there's real two main reasons and two main sort of catalysts as to why you should be sending campaigns. Number one, they drive repeat purchases profitably. So email campaigns are going to be your best way to reach existing customer bases cheaply and effectively. You've likely paid quite the price to acquire these customers from ads, and sometimes at a break even or even at a loss, which is why email campaigns become your superpower for driving up LTV and turning these one-time customers into profitable repeat buyers of your brand. So this is what we want. It's all well and good to acquire a customer one time, but we really need to focus on turning them into 2, 3, 4, 5 times buyers from your brand. An email campaign is going to be your best bet for that. So you can see here, email campaigns, they are your magnet to attracting customers back to your website and back to your products. The second sort of mechanism as to why they're so important is they keep non-purchasers engaged, because the reality is 90% of your subscribers are not ready to purchase your products when they sign up to your list. They may be aware of your problem that the product solves, but it doesn't hurt enough, or they just don't trust you enough to purchase from your brand. So by sending frequent campaigns, that's going to be the best way to keep these non-purchasers actually engaged with your brand for months on end, so you can actually build trust and you can eventually turn them into purchases when they are finally ready for that solution. So you can see here, someone who joins your list, a lot of them are cold shoppers that have never purchased. With these email campaigns over time, you're going to build trust, convey brand mission, handle objections, why us versus competitors, show unique selling points, and eventually turn them into customers, because sometimes the welcome flow isn't enough time to actually convert these customers, as your welcome flow is going to be 2 to 3 weeks long. So by having campaigns over the course of months on end, you're eventually going to wear away, and when they are ready for that solution, your brand is going to be top of mind and their first choice. Now, why does one campaign per week not work? Well, in short, people are busy in between work, family commitments, and the endless content they consume on social media. Simply one email campaign from your brand a week isn't really going to be enough to make an impressionable impact on your subscribers. They need to be constantly reminded and provided with valuable content about your brand at least 3 to 4 times per week. And if you're worried about annoying your customers, just think about it. Like I mentioned, they're very, very busy. They probably won't see one email that you send out a week, so you've got to have 3 to 4 in case they miss those emails. And just frequent reminders. They consume so much content on a monthly basis, weekly basis even. So sending 3 to 4 campaigns isn't going to be the end of the world. If they unsubscribe, that's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing, because we want to get rid of people who aren't actually engaged and want to receive our emails. We want to train our list to open our emails. So this is a secret that not many brands really talk about. They don't really take into consideration when they are sending out their emails. So you want to send your campaigns on the same days of each week. This builds trust and eventually trains your subscribers to open your emails as they begin to expect your content. So same days, same sending times, create that frequency within your campaign cadence, and And then over time, your list is going to be trained and they're going to remember and expect your emails. So I'll get into the perfect sending times for your brand in a second. But let's jump into the next segment here. The two types of email campaigns. So really there are only two types. You have your evergreen campaigns, and these are going to be the foundation of your campaign strategy. So these are non-discount emails, and they can be sent almost any time of the year. Down below, I've linked some examples of high converting evergreen email campaigns. If you want more examples as well, you can download this doc. It's completely free. Just click link in the description, download it. You can get access to this and you have a bunch of campaign ideas. So with evergreen campaigns, just think, what are sort of content we can send that it doesn't matter. It's not seasonal. It's not a product sale. It's not a product launch. It's nothing like that. It's just like the name itself, evergreen content that you can repurpose throughout the year to keep subscribers engaged, to poke pain points and build trust. So I have a bunch of evergreen campaign ideas here. So there's 62 you can literally pull from if you get access to this doc. You can apply these and just create campaigns for all of these, and then you have 62 campaigns to send out. So you can see a few of these: X things you didn't know about product industry, common myths about product, us versus them, customer spotlight or success story, 3 signs you need product, 3 things you may not know about pain point, the best kept secret in industry, solving a pain point or issue, before and after showcase, celebrity influencer collab spotlight. The list goes on. I'm not going to go through all of these now, but you can see there are so many topics you can send. So there's absolutely no shortage of content to send your subscribers. If you think, you don't want to annoy them and you don't want to send repeated content, here is 60 ideas here, and this took me about 15 to 20 minutes to build out. So there are probably hundreds of other content ideas you can be sending. So definitely eliminate that limiting belief that there's not enough content to send your subscribers, because trust me, there is. Here are some examples of evergreen campaigns. So this one here is an us versus them. You can see, we're just comparing ourselves versus competitors. Now, this is a great email to also have in the welcome flow, but you can also send it as a campaign. They're interchangeable. You can see really nice email here. Why this email? Well, it clearly demonstrates why your brand stands out from competition. You want to include unique selling points, position your brand as the better choice, and include social proof. Example 2, how it works. So this is getting into the science behind your product. So if you have a unique mechanism and maybe your product is a unique invention, has special ingredients, or it has the way you've actually designed the product is different to other brands, you want to explain the science behind the product. And this might take a few emails, and you can actually explain it in so many different ways. So there's a bunch of email sort of angles you can go. Here you can see, for this email here, we're just saying how the food bottle works, and then we're explaining the unique mechanism behind it. This one here, we're talking about how allergies steal your season. So you can see just talking about the unique mechanism behind allergies and the product that they have to solve that issue. So this is really good for if your product is confusing and maybe people aren't really that aware of how your product works. Having these emails are really good to simplify sort of how your product works. Another one here is we've gone viral on platform. So this is just repurposing proven winners from your social media. So if you have TikTok posts that have blown up a couple million views, you can create an email saying we've gone viral on platform. We've gone viral on TikTok. Everyone's going crazy over this video. Here's a link to it. Check it out. It's going to build social proof, build trust, get people to go through your socials and improve your following. So great email as well. This one here, the truth about X. So this is talking about industry myths. So you're saying this is the truth about natural deodorant. It may not be as great as you really think it is. Here's why we're different. You're talking about the truth about, this one here is talking about tap water, so why tap water is so bad for your health. So whatever industry you're in, there's going to be some truths about the industry and some misconceptions that people have. So you want to be able to debunk them and really explain why your product sort of is the solution to whatever issue or pain point that the customer has. This last one here is poking a pain point. So if you're a skincare brand, you're poking the pain point of all your skin, acne, etc. So whatever brand you have, there's going to be pain points that your customers have. So you want to always poke these pain points in a nice way, and that way you can position your brand as the solution to the pain point, creating some emotion out of your audience. So these are really good campaigns to send. So I bet there's at least 5 pain points that your customers may have, whether it's about the industry, with competitors, with the issue the product solves. You want to create a list of all the pain points, and you can create topics, campaign topics, actually diving deep into these pain points and why your product is the best solution. So they're evergreen campaigns. Like I said, there's another 60 or so campaign topics that you can get a link to if you download this doc. Download it, it's free, no strings attached. The next sort of style campaign, the second type, is promotional campaigns. So this is really where we cash in. So evergreen campaigns have built the rapport, they've built the trust. So make sure you are sending evergreen campaigns and you're not blasting sales every single time to your list. You don't want to only send campaigns when you are running a sale. So make sure you have warmed them up with evergreen content. So when we do introduce a discount, your subscribers will be primed and eager to buy. So these include product launches, Black Friday sales, Mother's Day sale, end of financial year sale, much more. Pretty much any promotional new product launch campaign is going to come under this category. So here are some campaign examples: Black Friday, Boxing Day, Black Friday emails. These are more product focused, and we're really cashing in on the rapport we've built. And see here, introducing new products, win this giveaway examples. Now, when it comes to ratio, if you ask, hey Callum, how often should we send sort of evergreen content versus promotional content? Well, we like to take an 80-20 split between evergreen and promotional. So 80% evergreen, 20% promotional. Because too many discounts and you'll cheapen your brand, which can lead to only driving sales when there is a discount, which is not a brand you want to be. You want to be a brand that can drive sales from all consistent evergreen emails. And then when you sprinkle in a discount email, maybe once or twice a month, the scales skyrocket. So here's an example. You can see evergreen campaigns, 80%, these sort of campaigns, and then promotional campaigns, 20%. So if that's a really it's a rough estimate, and it's going to depend brand on brand. If you're a brand that pushes more promotional content, you can maybe go to 30 to 70, but I wouldn't probably go anywhere further than that, in my opinion. The power of plain text emails. So yes, flashy designs and vibrant images have their place, but do not underestimate the power of a plain text email. The reason why? Because it feels personal. It feels like a note from a friend, not a brand just shouting out into your inbox. So make sure you leverage plain text emails in your campaign strategy. I cannot recommend this highly enough. At least 2 to 3 a month, we find is going to be a really, really good cadence. And the reason why, they're easy to read, they load fast in the inbox, and they build trust with the founder and the brand. They also often outperform fancy designs when it comes to open rates, click rates, and conversions. So here's some examples here. We really like to leverage the founders in these emails. So you can say, hey, founder here with some exciting news. The brand is turning 8 years old and we're ready to celebrate. So these are really, really good emails to send when you are, hyping up a product launch, hyping up a sale reminder, and then just basic evergreen style content as well. So definitely take the time to implement plain text emails and thoughtful emails from your founders. Now let's jump into creating a monthly email campaign calendar. So what this is going to be a calendar showing all the email campaigns you'll be sending throughout the month, where this can be stored in a Google Sheet, a Notion doc, whatever sort of project management your brand uses. Why? It gives you a bird's eye view of the campaign strategy for the month, which is great for aligning with the brand marketing calendar on other marketing channels. So here you can see as an example of a campaign calendar. You can see there's roughly around 15 campaigns for that month. And we like to take a 3-step process when it comes to building out the campaign calendar. So step 1, the first thing you want to do is you want to align your calendar with the brand marketing calendar. So make sure you mark down any events for the month that will need emails. So things such as product launches, promotions, back in stock, product restocks, whatever it is, you want to note these down and create campaigns around these first. And then you can build the other evergreen style content around those emails. So in this case, let's say this brand was running a New Year's sale. So we're going to build this calendar together. You can see this gut health supplement brand was running a New Year's sale. So we're going to build the sale emails first. So we can see we've got the first 5 days here are going to be sale emails. So we've got a new year, new gut sort of sale launch. We've got sale reminder focused on reviews. Sale reminder 2, which is plain text from the founder. Sale reminder 3 is like a 48 hours left with a timer, and then a 24 hours left with a timer. So you can see we've aligned the brand marketing calendar around these sale dates. So whether you're running sales throughout the month, make sure you mark these in. Very, very important. Step number 2 is then you can add on theme/seasonal topics for the month. So monthly themes are a great way to base campaigns around, and they should be used when building the calendar. So things like seasons, sporting events, so like the Super Bowl, random holidays that tie in with the brand, so World Astronaut Day, National Twins Day, whatever your brand sort of industry is, there's going to be some random holidays that tie in with those, with your industry. So make sure you create sort of campaigns around those. You can just Google National days relating to whatever your industry is, and then you're going to get a bunch of ideas there. And these are all great, really great themes to use. In this case, we added some New Year themed emails, which are a great seasonal topic to include. So you can see in orange here are the New Year themed emails, which are seasonal topics that we've added. So we added why gut health should be your #1 New Year's resolution, post-holiday reset, heal your gut after the festivities, and then kick Candida this new year. So there's some theme topics we added in. You want to add roughly around 3 to 4 of these per month, and it's going to depend on the month, obviously. So here's a little tip here. You can use ChatGPT to generate some useful monthly campaign topics. So you can try this prompt here. If you want access to this, obviously I've got the link you can download, and you can copy this and you can paste it in, and you can fill in the content based on yours. It's going to give you 12 email campaign ideas that are based on the month, the season, the time of year, and includes things that time with the brand, like random holidays and anything else that can be useful for the brand. So yeah, make sure you download this doc so you can get access to that. The final step here is filling the content calendar with evergreen campaigns. So these are topics you can send no matter what time of year, and you can use this list to find evergreen campaign ideas. So this is just going to link back up to those 62 email campaigns. So you can see here the green topics here are the evergreen campaigns, which you just fill the remainder of the calendar. So you can see we've got why ingredients are more than just a label, common myths about gut health, 3 surprising ways gut health affects your mood, what your gut's trying to tell you, all evergreen content that you can send all time of year. And we're just filling in the remaining gaps here of the calendar to make sure we're really strong with our campaign sending. So you can see here we've got about 11 campaigns which are evergreen / monthly themes, which kind of go under the evergreen content. And then we've got about 5 campaigns here which are sales focused. So the ratio is a little bit over in terms of 80 to 20, but just because we've filled, the remaining calendar, we're going to let it slide. So this depends on sort of where you are as a brand and how often you're running sales. If you have a big sale for that month, then you can kind of afford to send more sale promotions. But on average, over a year, it's got to be that 80-20% mark. So important as well, make sure you do testing to find the best send days and times for your brand. So for this brand, we found the best send days were Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. So what we did is we based campaigns around that. We did testing first. So make sure you test this, and once you know it, you can send emails on the same days of each week and around the same times. It's going to build consistency with our campaigns, and it really trains our subscribers to expect to open our emails. If you don't have any data, start with these days, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and the time from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then do some A/B testing to really narrow down the best days and the best send times for your emails. Now let's talk about who to send to and segmentation. So really there are 5 core email segments. You've got the 30, 60, 90, 120, 180 day engaged. You've got VIP customers, you've got unengaged, and you've got bounced emails. So let's run through each segment and why we would send to each. So engaged segments, these are people who are active subscribers that are most likely to engage with your emails based on how long ago they've interacted with your brand / emails. So what we want to send to them, we want to send them evergreen emails and promotional emails. And here you need to create 6 engaged segments based on different days of engagement. So as you can see, the 6 type of engaged here. And the example of the segment is going to look like this. So you've got opened at least once in the last 90 days, clicked email at least once in the last 90 days, and can receive email marketing. That's for a 90-day engaged example. And you're just changing these fields here based on the engaged segment you're creating. So you create 6 of them and make sure it's linked based on the day. When you want to open up engaged segments, so if you're determining, well, if we're sending, most of our campaigns to the engaged segment, should we send it to 14, 30, 60, 90, 120, 180? Who should we send to? Well, when you are determining which day engaged segment to send to, it's important to assess your campaign metrics. So you want to find a sweet spot for your sending segment to ensure good deliverability. These metrics will be your indicator for which segment to send to. So you want to aim for 40% open rates and 0.5% click rates. For example, let's say you send a campaign to your 120-day engaged segment and the results were a 35% open rate and 0.4% click rate. This would tell us that we need to tighten our sending segment, as these are below the metric benchmark for good deliverability. So the next campaign we would send would go to the 90-day engaged, because that's one step tighter. And then we're going to track the metrics and see if we hit the benchmarks. If we hit 40% open rate and 0.5% click rate, then we know we've found our happy medium and we've found that right segment to send our campaigns to. If again we're underperforming, then we have to go to our 60-day engage and make sure that campaign we send hits the benchmark. So really it's just iteration and testing to find that sweet spot. If your campaign open rates are like 20-30%, really low, you can hit like a 15 or 30-day engage for a couple sends. That'll really boost the engagement, and then you can begin to open up again. So it's really sort of a scale, and you're just moving back and forth based on how your deliverability is performing for each campaign send. In terms of VIP customers, these are going to be people who've purchased 3 times or more and they've spent over X amount. So what you want to send these VIPs, you can send early access to sales, includes exclusive insight to product launches, founder messages of appreciation, and exclusive offers. So here's an example. VIP access starts now. You've got early access. You've got a head start for 24 hours to shop our sale before we give access to the public. Really good emails that perform well, and they feel special from the VIP's perspective because they're getting access, because they are a different status compared to other areas of your email list. In terms of the window shoppers segment, these are people who are engaged, but they've placed 0 orders before. So what we want to send these window shoppers, we want to send value building emails. So build trust, poke pain points, and really improve why you're better than your competitors and show them that. And then you want exclusive discounts to encourage that first purchase. So these people have gone through the welcome flow, they haven't converted. This is what the segment looks like. And this is sort of the campaigns you can send them. So really building value, showing before and afters, why choose us, reviews, embedding that. You can introduce incentives as well, just for these window shoppers to really initiate that first purchase. Campaign A/B testing. So testing email campaigns is a great way to answer important questions about your email list. So questions like, do our subscribers open our emails more in the morning or in the evening? Do they prefer designed or do they prefer plain text? The main campaign tests you need to perform are send times, subject lines, and email content. So pretty much you should be setting up an A/B test for every single campaign you send out, because it's a great chance to gather data about your subscribers. They work so much more better than flows because you get instant results the next day, whereas flows can take weeks to actually find a statistical significance because it takes time for people to go through each flow. So campaign sending, it sends out to everyone. You get that data instantly and you can implement that right away. So testing send times is going to give us important data on which best time to send our subscribers. This metric we want to track is the open rate. So you want to test big send time discrepancies first, like 10 a.m. versus 4 p.m. And then we can narrow down once we have a set of winners. Let's say 10 a.m. wins. So then we go 10 a.m. versus 3 p.m. 10 a.m. wins again, 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 10 a.m., 1 p.m. You can see how we are testing all the discrepancies until we find, the new winner. And then that's going to be our main campaign sending time. So you can see here, this is what it looks like set up inside of Klaviyo. So you literally just create an A/B test, and then you've got different send times. So you've got 8 a.m. versus 4 p.m. Same content, same subject line, just testing the send time. Subject lines. So subject line test you can perform is emojis versus no emojis, caps versus no caps, short subject versus long subject, question versus statement. Lots of tests you can perform, which is going to be different for every brand. So make sure you run these tests to see what is going to create a stronger open rate. You can see here we're testing no emoji versus emoji, and to see what outperforms. Email content is the last test you can perform. So you can test design heavy emails versus plain text emails. You can test short versus long. You can test hero image type. So you can see here we've got a hero image on the left is different from the right. And then we're testing reviews versus product descriptions as well. So the content, do people convert more from product descriptions, or do they need to see more reviews to drive a higher placed order rate? So there, all the A/B tests you can perform, and really important that you take this data from the A/B test and implement it into your flows, implement it into other areas of your marketing, because this is important data that we get right away from our customers. So make sure you're testing this, and make sure you're recording your A/B tests in a spreadsheet so you can really look at a bird's eye view of all the winners, and then you've got reasons why they've converted, and then you've got sort of a really good analysis of what the winners are, and you can implement that and know what tests you need to run next. So that's everything. If you want this document, click the link in the description. I'll give it to you right now for free, completely free. You get access to all of this. You get access to those 62 email campaign ideas as well you can implement. If you want more advice specific to your brand, we're actually running free email audits for your brand. So pretty much we'll jump into the back end of your Klaviyo account, walk you through every single area of your email marketing. So your email list growth, your flows, campaign, segmentation, deliverability. We'll look at everything, and then from there we'll provide you with a custom 90-day roadmap that you can then go ahead and implement by yourself, share with your team. We'll literally show you the exact steps to get to 40% Klaviyo revenue specific to your brand. So if you want free advice and a free session with myself, click the link below. You can book a 30-minute consult, completely free. You get an audit and you get a 90-day roadmap, my apologies. If this was also valuable, I have a bunch of other trainings in terms of email flows, email list growth, segmentation, all that sort of training is also on my YouTube channel. So make sure you check that out. But at the very least, I hope you found value out of this, and I'll see you in the next one.